the 7,278th meeting of the Security Council is called to order. The provisional agenda for this meeting is the situation in Somalia. The agenda is adopted. In accordance with Rule 37 of the Council's Provisional Rules of Procedure, I invite the representative of Somalia to participate in this meeting. It is so decided. In accordance with Rule 39 of the Council's Provisional Rules of Procedure, I invite Mr. Nicholas K., Special Representative of the Secretary General and Head of the United Nations Assistance Mission in Somalia, to participate in this meeting. I thank Ambassador Sidiko for his briefing, and I now give the floor to the representative of Somalia.
Madam President, congratulations on assuming the presidency for the month of October. I am grateful for this opportunity to brief the Council, as this is my only opportunity to brief the Council ahead of your important discussion, both on the situation in our country and the sanction-related issues. I would like to address 4 key points, briefly. The political progress in Somalia, the military campaign, the maritime interdiction of charcoal and illegal weapons, and the Somalia-Eritrea Monitoring Group. 2 years ago, the government of Somalia faced several complex challenges. Today, with the support of the Somali people and the engagement of the international community, Somalia has undergone a significant transformation. The Somali government is working closely with the international partners in implementing the New Deal and its associated reforms. The Somali government has made major progress in public financial management, putting in place greater accountability measures, controls and governance structures. Key legislation has been drafted, budget policy developed, and the capacity of the Accounting General and the Auditor General offices strengthened. An annual budget developed against government-wide work plans has been delivered. A new governor and board of directors have been appointed for the Central Bank of Somalia. A financial governance committee, a joint committee between the federal government and the international financial institutions, was established to provide greater transparency and oversight. We are very grateful to the Secretary General for hosting the high-level event on Somalia during the United Nations General Assembly meeting last month. Vision 2016 represents the framework guiding the government's priorities to achieve a successful transition to democracy and credible election in 2016. We are looking forward to the upcoming UN electoral needs assessment to help this effort. The 3 key elements of the government strategy are constitutional review and implementation, completion of the federal system, state formation, and democratization. But we need to consolidate military progress if the political roadmap is going to flourish. Our clear military defeat of Al-Shabaab will only be possible through the joint effort of the Somali National Army and the African Union Mission to Somalia, AMISOM. The government is committed to ensuring that the civilian population feels the benefit of being free from Al-Shabaab, and to that end, we are working with both the UN and AMISOM to ensure that ordinary Somalis receive basic services when towns are liberated from Al-Shabaab. I should also like to take this opportunity to commend the bravery and sacrifice of the AMISOM forces working aside the Somali forces. We will never forget their contribution to peace in our country. And although progress is being made against Al-Shabaab, the fight is not over, and Somalia is very grateful for all the assistance it receives. We hope that the day that the Somali National Army can secure the entire Somali territory without the support of other forces comes sooner rather than later. Madam President, you will be aware that the President has written to you and other Security Council members on the issue of charcoal and illegal weapons, which continue to fund and supply Al-Shabaab. The Somali government hopes that the Council will support the request made by the President, my President, requesting further assistance from the Security Council in authorizing existing international maritime forces to take measures at sea to prevent the export of charcoal from Somalia and the delivery of weapons and military equipment into Somalia, violation of the arms embargo. We were encouraged by the UK Prime Minister David Cameron's remark at the high-level event where he offered to take forward discussion in the Council. Tackling this trade would make real difference to the lives of Somalis and the fight against Al-Shabaab. Madam President, the government of Somalia is fully committed to implementing the relevant Security Council resolutions on both sanctions and the Somali and Eritrea Monitoring Group. The Somali government has always been receptive to the UN Security Council resolutions and welcomed the report of the Somali-Eritrea Monitoring Group. We recognize that the government needs to work with the monitoring group. We do not necessarily agree with all the findings of the monitoring group. However, we will work with the monitoring group during the next mandate. We will strengthen this relationship further. We would be pleased to welcome them to the Mogadishu on a more frequent basis. I thank you, Madam President, for the time and consideration.
I thank the representative of Somalia for his statement. There are no more names inscribed on the list of speakers. I now invite Council members to informal consultations to continue our discussion on the subject. The meeting is adjourned.